Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today in this video, I thought I'd do a little reaction video and talk about the results that we've had with my car, as we have just recently finished with tuning for it. Now it is now running flex fuel, so at the moment it's just running full E85, but I now have the benefits of being able to just put some pump fuel in, which is a bit cheaper to buy in Australia and a lot easier to get, obviously. So yeah, but with that being said, it is now finally tuned with the new turbo. So I've been driving around for the last probably 6 months with the new turbo just on pump fuel, and it made 251 kilowatts. And I was hoping, as I said in a few videos, to get between the 280 to 290 kilowatt mark with the new turbo once it's on E85. So yeah, let's pop the bonnet. We'll quickly talk about the mods that it's got done. I'll put up a photo of the dyno sheet and then we'll go for a drive and do a couple of pulls. And yeah, it's not my first reaction, obviously, as I did do remote tuning with the car, so I've obviously driven it, and I've driven it a few times since, but just thought I'd show you guys the difference, and yeah, let's go from there. Okay, so I just thought I'd quickly run through just the mods for anyone who hasn't seen any of the previous videos or was wondering. So just quickly, it's just a stock engine with full bolt-ons and a slightly larger turbo. So the turbo is a GT Pumps 712 turbo, which is the EVO 10 turbo, sort of rebuilt, high float, all that sort of stuff. So a little bit extra lag, but a little bit more power at the top end, as it doesn't fall off at about 5800 RPM like the stock turbo does, and now holds boost all the way out to redline, which is good. Then I have a hyper-tuned tubular manifold, a Turbo Smart 18 PSI wastegate, hyperflow wide mouth downpipe, whatever you like to call it, into an AK Racing 1-cell cat, and then a TOG single exit catback exhaust. Then we have at the front an AMS front mount intercooler, 3.5 inch, some TOG titanium upper intercooler piping. Just has the stock lower intercooler piping at the moment. Have some Uber Motorsports titanium blow-off valve piping with a Turbo Smart compact blow-off valve or bypass valve. Then we have a Cobb 3-port solenoid back here. Intake is made up of a few different pieces, so it's got a Plasma Man intake piping, it's got an AEM MAF housing, and then just a K&N filter with heat shield from Evolution by Design. And yeah, just dress up bits like the APR tray, bit of paint on some pieces that I've done, and the dual radium catch cans. So I think that is, and obviously injectors and fuel pumps. So injectors are 1000cc Bosch KPM injectors, and it has a DW 300C fuel pump with the hardwire kit. So that is the mods we have. And then the power it's made, so it's made 287 kilowatts at the wheels, or 425 newton meters, so right around where I was hoping to get it. And if you're a horsepower person, that is about 385 wheel horsepower. So that's on a virtual Mustang dyno, and my tuner I use, Beeble Tooning, he has his dyno down where he lives in Melbourne, so different state to me in Australia, but yeah, his virtual Mustang mode dyno is exactly the same, basically as best as he can get it to what the numbers he gets on his actual dyno. So pretty happy that that is an accurate number. I will put it on a dyno when we have a dyno day with our group in the future and see what it gets on the actual dyno itself. But yeah, he's pretty confident that is the accurate number. So yeah, really great result. Obviously I'd love to be in the 300 kilowatt point, which is kind of known as like the magic numbers for EVO 10 in Australia, but without cams, with this turbo, it's not going to happen. But yeah, I'll put up a photo of the dyno graph right now. So as you can see, it's a really nice curve there. It makes power all the way to the top. The power actually, peak power is at, I think, 7,600 RPM. And full boost is by about 3,600 RPM. compared to the stock turbo was around 3,000 RPM, I think, so 500 to 600 RPM of lag. But yeah, the stock turbo did fall off at around 5,800 RPM, whereas this one is all the way to redline, basically holding 24-25 pounds of boost. So yeah, really happy with it. The car drives absolutely great. Obviously my SST is not going to like this extra power, as it was already had slightly slipping clutches, but we're going to just hope that it holds on for a little bit longer, just until we buy our house. I don't want to go spending any money on the car at the moment out of my house fund, so yeah, we are currently trying to buy a house, so hopefully it holds on. After that, feel free, we can go crazy with the cars again, but for now we're trying to leave them as are. But yeah, with that all out of the way, figured let's go for a bit of a drive. I'll just let the transmission warm up a little bit first, and we'll do a couple of pulls. Alright guys, so gonna take off from here, try and do a couple of pulls. Temperature's at 63 degrees, so probably want to get a little bit warmer first. So what I'll do is I'll just head up this little road before we go pulling onto the motorway. Do a couple little light pulls along here. So in a second. So it comes on pretty well. Right around, yeah, 3,600 is 25 pounds of boost. And being the SST, I find it's not really too laggy. It's just so easy to be in whichever gear you like, that you can you know, be right ready to be in full boost. So yeah, it's makes great sounds. Finally the power that I was after with it, so I'm really happy with the car. So yeah, that got us up another degrees or two, so 65. That's just like a half throttle pull, straight onto boost. So I haven't lost any drivability with the bigger turbo. Go third gear. That's a lot of fun. It's so much faster than it was stock, and so much faster than it was stock turbo with the E85. It's like an extra 30 or so kilowatts, but it's really a big difference in the drivability of it. Makes all the right noises. It's not too, so if I rebuild my SST with OEM clutches, it's still not too much power for those can handle 300 kilowatts safely. I was just going to rebuild them with stock clutches, but knowing me, I'll probably change my mind in 2 years time and just want another bigger turbo, and that'll push me out of the safe for OEM clutch type level. So kind of want to just get something a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier, that can handle more power and maybe handle a few launches with the car. So yeah, I'll try, and that's a couple of wide open throttle pulls onto the motorway, second to third. What I'll do now is just get a bit of everyday type driving scenarios where, yeah, I'm not going to be holding it all the way out to redline or anything, but just driving along normal road in traffic, and just, you know, taking off or getting into a, you know, 5,000 RPM type levels, because you'll see that it's got that extra 500 RPM of lag or so, but it's really not too bad. You're always easy into boost, so yeah, I'm really happy with it. clutch slip there, so I probably should have let the transmission warm up a little bit more. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of the video there. Really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did, because it meant driving my car, so that's always enjoyable to me. If you did enjoy, make sure you give the video a like, and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. It would really help, as I am still pretty small, still pretty new to this, learning as I go, so yeah, the more subscribers I get, the more it pushes me to improve my quality of my videos. And yeah, I've been sort of investing back into the channel, getting more cameras, getting some better microphones, that sort of thing, as I do want to fix the quality of my videos. And as well, I'm just trying to get more confident with filming, as until I started this channel I'd never actually made any type of videos before. But yeah, with that said, it'll be the end of the video there, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.